The challenges that I faced in the emergency room, I realized are challenges that are faced all across corporate America. Lives are at stake in every emergency room across the country, and lives are at stake in every office in America. Because decisions that get made are either going to help people lead happy and productive lives or go to work and be in a job that they hate, angry, and dejected. There are multiple applications, multiple essay questions, multiple interviews. It's demanding. It's honestly sometimes demoralizing. But I did it. And the second time around, it worked. I was accepted to the Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York City 3 weeks before school started. I was 35 years old. I was 6 months pregnant, and I didn't have a husband. But that is a story that would clearly take longer than the 12 minutes I have been allocated. I speak about leadership, but more specifically, I speak about leadership lessons from the emergency room, based on my own experience as an emergency room doctor. Because every time I stepped onto that ER floor, I was leading a different team. The patients were different, the staff was different, the challenges were different, but the leadership principles remain the same. So some of the topics that I like to cover when I give my keynote are very simple, but make a huge difference. For instance, accept your role as the leader. Stay calm under pressure. Ask for help if you need it. Admit when you make a mistake. Learn how to give bad news. Value everyone on your team. And most importantly, speak to people in a language that they understand. I learned about leadership on July 5th, 1991. I was a brand new medical doctor, on the job 5 days. I had just graduated from medical school. I mean brand new. So the shift started out okay. You know, the other doctors signed their patients over to us, and I had a long list of things to do. You know, patients needed x-rays and labs and blood work, and I was getting it all done. I was checking it all off my list. And somewhere around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, I actually started to breathe out. Every industry can benefit from what I have to say. Not only corporate, entrepreneurs, small business owners, everyone, because we're all leaders. In the emergency room, I gave bad news to people on a pretty consistent basis. I was taught how to do it. As business leaders, you give bad news to people all the time. You actually give all kinds of news. You might not be the one who made that decision, but you might be the one who has to carry it out. Change, uncertainty, time management, and deadlines. And if I could learn these principles and be at my peak performance in the emergency room, I can teach you to do the same. Now, at the beginning of the talk, I told you a story about how I was running down a dark hallway feeling alone and scared. One day you may find yourself running down a hallway feeling alone and scared. I guarantee you there are people there to help you, and there is a team there to support you. And if you can stay calm under pressure and admit when you make a mistake, but most of all, treat people the way you would want to be treated, then I guarantee you that you will create an environment where people want to hang around. And that, my friends, is the best prescription you will ever get from a doctor.